With a little bit of love, we can change the world, we know. With a little bit of love, we can ease a brother's load. There's no mountain we can't conquer. There's no valley that's too low. With a little bit of love, we can help the world to grow. Look at all the good that's done when we lend a helping hand, and the joy it always brings.
We're talking about family here. How many youngsters do we have here? Now when I say youngsters, I mean literally youngsters. I don't mean people that are young-minded here. Youngsters, how many children do we have here in the audience? Raise your hands, would you please? A couple of them. I see 1, 2, 3. I see a couple more. You got a big hand for a youngster, buddy. Oh, back behind you. Okay. Yes, fantastic. One of the things, I travel a lot. And because I travel a lot, I've got a daughter who I just love. I mean, you know, if any of the men have a daughter, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? She can get anything she wants from you, and she does. And that's the way it is. So what happens is, I started doing some investigating, and I read a report that said that the average person spends 12 hours a day working, either on telephone calls or to and from work or preparing their mind for work and such. And then it says that they spend 4 minutes a day in quality conversation with their spouse. I said, whoa. And I read a little further and it said the average person spends 30 seconds a day in quality conversation with their child or their children. All of a sudden I realized that my job was to make sure it wasn't just 30 seconds a day. There's a lot of things that are going to take your time. Let's say that the average person, let me ask you a question. The average man lives to be how old? 65. Well, somebody read already. Yes, you're right. Between 63 and 65, maybe 67 years old. How about the average lady? 80? Yeah. Goodness. Is this a woman's world or what? That's right. Average woman does live to be between the ages of 72 and 78 years old, older than most men. And the thing is, let's say that the average age out here right now is 30 years old. Okay? Let's say that everybody's going to live above the age limit, and we're going to all live to be 90 years old. So that means 1/3 of our life has been lived already, if you're sitting right here, if we go by the statistic. Some of us may be older. But you will spend, let me ask you a question. What do you have to do to exist? Tell me, what do you have to do to exist? Eat. You will spend 7 years of your life eating. What else? Breathe. You're going to spend every second of your life breathing, I hope. Sleep. The average person sleeps 8 hours a day. 8 hours is what, 1/3 of a day? That means 1/3 of your life you're asleep. That means 1/3 of your life is going to be lived. 1/3 of your life is going to be sleeping. 7 years you're going to be eating. You're going to spend 6 months waiting at a red light for it to change. You're going to spend 2 years going through the clutter on top of your desk. This is great stuff. I love this stuff. Have you ever heard of American Standard? They make toilets. You're going to spend 7 years of your life in the bathroom. Ladies are going to spend a lot longer because they do makeup. That's why we got to let them live so much longer, because they're going to have to do their makeup on their hair and change their makeup on their hair. That's great. 4 years of your life playing telephone tag. Calling somebody up, they're calling you back, you're trying to reach them back. All these years add up. This is just to exist. Now, how in the world can you still raise a family? How in the world can you still keep a family unit together and be a major impact on your children, as well as have a wonderful relationship with your spouse? Well, I sat down and thought about this. Is how in the world I was going to help my daughter. She was just 5 years old at the time when we first started. I was traveling at the time, and I called her up on the phone. And I said, "This is George, D.A.R.E. And I would like to know if you would like to go on a date this Friday night." She goes, "Dad, what are you doing?" I said, "No, I'm serious. I wonder if you want to go on a date this Friday night." She says, "Well, I don't know. I guess, sure." I said, "Well, let's talk about what we're going to go to eat. You know, do you want to wear jeans? Do you want to dress up?" Of course you want to dress up. "What restaurant do you want to go to?" best restaurant, of course. And it was just, we went right down the line. Now, I'm planting seeds in my daughter's mind because I want her to know how she's supposed to be treated when the day comes that she's supposed to stay. I said, I want to come in and meet your mother. I want to know when your curfew is. You see, these are things I've planted in my daughter's life. She wrote me a birthday card the other day. It said this: you can take me out on a date anytime, Dad. And now that you're getting older, you can wear your pants as high as you want. Bless God. Bless God. Anyway, so I flew back home. My daughter runs to the door. She says, Dad, I got a date with this hot guy on Friday. And I need a new dress. It's the best.